tomorrow on the full show, Jimmy Barron. Right now, Celebrity Sleaze presented by McDonald's. The best part about working at McDonald's, it's the people.
A couple of notable deaths, Barnes, in Sleaze. TV legend Bob Newhart from the Bob Newhart Show, and Newhart has died. Very sad, and he was 94. You know what's something really interesting? All those years he had his show, he never won an Emmy, but then he finally won an Emmy. Are you ready for this? When he did a guest spot on The Big Bang Theory. What?
So sad.
Very sad. He was so funny. Back in 2021, he was actually on with Conan O'Brien. This is so interesting. And Conan said, who would you want to play you in a movie? Check this out.
You would be a great subject for a biopic. Have you thought about who might play you?
I think The Rock.
Wait, Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah, I get mistaken for him a lot. People would say, "Hey, Dwayne," and I said, "No, hey, I'm not Dwayne. I'm Bob." Brad Pitt is supposed to be very interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad Pitt would be perfect. But that's classic Bob Newhart right there.
I know. One of a kind. Also, Lou Dobbs, political commentator from the Lou Dobbs Tonight on CNN, and then moved over to Fox Business. He was 78 years old. How is Piers Morgan Uncensored getting all these amazing interviews? This time, Armie Hammer. He's kind of been on this press tour, about his scandal. And I love that Piers just came right out and asked him this.
Let's first of all address that elephant in the room. Are you a cannibal?
No. You know what you have to do to be a cannibal? You have to have actually eaten someone.
Have you ever eaten any human flesh?
No.
Not a question I thought I'd ever ask him.
Not a question I'd ever thought I'd have to answer, by the way. But no, never.
What do you feel that a large swathe of the public just think Armie Hammer is a cannibal?
If you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. Yeah.
But the reason they would believe it is because you said it.
Sure.
I'm 100% a cannibal.
And I think a lot of these things, these text messages, it's this. This was a very intense affair, very sexually charged between two people with very similar proclivities and kinks. And any of those conversations that we had inside of that relationship, when you take them outside of that context and put them into broad daylight, it doesn't look so good. And
we've never seen what she was saying.
Correct. I think
have
for
seen
a very good reason.
Yeah, I bet. But it makes a lot of sense what he's saying.
And he was on track to become a major, major Hollywood star. We'll have more of that this week as they get into everything.
I was watching his eyes and, all the things that you look for in a liar. And I thought he was telling the truth just by the way he was very open, like, this is what happened. And, of course, the people twisted into something else.
Barnes, who do you think won that time Rob Lowe and Tom Cruise fought in a boxing match?
Tom Cruise is kind of little. I don't know how big Rob Lowe is, but I would go with Rob Lowe.
Well, check this. He was on the Rich Eisen show, Rob Lowe. Listen to this. He was talking about, they were just teenagers when they fought on the set of The Outsiders.
So I'm super I look like Karen Carpenter. I'm like, I am not jacked. And Tom is like this beast, but I hit him real clean. And I rang his bell. And the next thing I knew, I woke up, I was coming to on the floor. And he completely knocked me out.
Because I hit him
dazed
him.
Yeah. And his eyes just went black. But that's the stuff we did. That's what guys do. It's like Fight Club.
I didn't know it. If you had told me he looked like Karen Carpenter, I would have said Tom Cruise.
Are you ready for this? They were living at Emilio Estevez's house. Rob Lowe was 17 and Tom Cruise was 19. Can you imagine?
No, that was serious Hollywood about to blossom.
Unbelievable. Wanted to do a check-in because of the Olympics coming up with Mary Lou Retton. She actually kind of gave a little health update. Listen to this.
The doctors came down and said I had some form of rare pneumonia. They still don't know what it is. It'll be a lifetime. my lungs are scarred, and they will be. I shouldn't be. I'm not exaggerating. I should be dead. So yes, I feel like a new lease on life.
Dude, that is sad.
A new lease on life. It's very sad. What a legend. You want to talk about sad? Yeah, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter Shiloh publishes a newspaper announcement about dropping Pitt from her name.
She is committed.
I guess by California state law, you have to put in a notice in the paper. But man, it's hitting hard.
It's got to be heartbreaking for him.
It is heartbreaking for him. Boy, do I have some rock news for you. The Smashing Pumpkins are releasing a new album August the 2nd, Agora Mora Me, or Mora Me. 10 songs. This is going to be, their longtime guitarist. Remember, Jeff Schroeder is leaving, and they've got Kiki Wong, who is replacing him.
Oh, that was the one they auditioned all those people?
Yes. So beginning July 29th, the Smashing Pumpkins, of course, doing shows with Green Day on that Saviors tour. New Pumpkins album.
He's got a big social presence right now. Him and his wife. I guess he got married recently, maybe?
I know that he's always got his kids on his social media, and they make fun of him.
I don't know if that's a second wife or whatever, but she films him. It'll be awkward. They'll be like out to lunch, and she'll film when they're playing Smashing Pumpkins, like on the speakers over the restaurant, and he'll be trying to hide, like, oh my God, stop.
Now, I don't know if you knew this or not, because remember we were talking about Dave Navarro returning on stage with Jane's Addiction? He had been sidelined for 3 years following a battle with long COVID. Did you know he just revealed that he and Taylor Hawkins had finished recording an album together?
No.
Before Taylor passed away. The loss was so painful that he didn't play guitar for a year. This is a big interview coming out in Guitar World. Can you believe it? He said, we mixed it, we mastered it, and then we lost Taylor. That was in the middle of COVID. It was actually very painful for me, and then he just went away for a year.
And he's on so many records, like before he was super famous with Foo Fighters. I mean, he played with Matthew Sweet, he played with Alanis Morissette. I'm not sure if he was on those records, but on tour.
How do we not know this, though?
I know. That's pretty big rock news that he sat on for a minute.
Yeah. And then here's another one that was kind of interesting. That band, The Smile, this English rock band that's got Tom York and Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead, they're not going to be touring because I guess Greenwood recently hospitalized for an emergency medical issue. Therefore, they had to cancel the tour. I guess he got seriously ill from an infection that needed emergency hospital treatment. They did go on the Radiohead socials to say he's okay now. Wow. Didn't know that either.
Man, there's so much news happening for a slow, soupy summer.
Soupy summer, I like that part.
That's what it feels like here.
Glad you're on the mend, Johnny Greenwood. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.